Hello, students. Let us continue chapter 11, the human eye and the colorful world. In last video, we have discussed about human eye and its important parts. So students, government has provided new syllabus for 10th science. And according to the new syllabus, some topics have been removed from this chapter. So, the topic power of accommodation and defects of vision and their correction have been removed from this chapter. So, we will start with a new topic, that is prism and the refraction of light through the glass prism. Before starting the refraction of light with the help of prism, let us discuss what is prism and triangular glass prism. So, a prism is a transparent refracting medium or object bounded by at least two lateral surfaces inclined to each other at a certain angle, as shown in the figure. Now, the triangular glass prism. A triangular glass prism is a transparent object made of glass having two triangular bases and three rectangular lateral surfaces, or we can say sides. Opposite surfaces of a triangular glass prism are not parallel to one another. Now, a glass prism has five surfaces, three rectangular and two triangular. Is it clear to you all? The angle between two adjoining lateral faces of a prism is known as the angle of the prism. For an equilateral triangular prism, the angle of prism is 60 degree. Now let us start activity 11.1 to understand the refraction of light with the help of glass prism. Now activity 11.1. Fix a sheet of white paper on a drawing board using drawing pins. Place a glass prism on it in such a way that it rests on its triangular base, as shown in the figure. Trace the outline of the prism using a pencil. Draw a straight line PE inclined to one of the refracting surfaces, say AB of the prism. Then fix two pins, say at points P and Q on the line PE, as shown in the diagram. Now, look for the images of the pins fixed at P and Q through the other face AC, the next triangular part. Fix two more pins at points R and S such that the pins at R and S and the images of the pins at P and Q lie on the same straight line. Now remove the pins and the glass prism. Join the points P and Q and extend the line till it meets the nearest boundary of the prism. Similarly, join and produce the points R and S. Let these lines meet the boundary of the prism at E and F respectively. E for first PQ and F for next RS. Now extend PE and join E and F also. Then extend PE and RS such that they meet at point G, as shown in the figure. Now mark the angle of deviation, angle D, as according to the diagram. Now draw perpendiculars to the refracting surfaces AB and AC of the prism at points E and F respectively. Mark the angle of incidence, that is angle I, the angle of refraction, angle R, and the angle of emergence, angle E, according to the diagram. Compare the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction at each refracting surface of the prism. Bending of rays PE, EF and FS are similar to the kind of bending that occurs in a glass slab. So observation here, a ray of light suffers two refractions while passing through the prism. The first refraction occurs at E on the surface AB. The incident ray PE enters from air into glass E. It is refracted along EF, bending towards normal NN dash on the face AB at E. The second refraction occurs at F on the surface AC. The initial refracted ray EF traveling in glass emerges in air at F. It emerges along Fs, bending away from normal dash on the face AC at F. At the first refracting surface AB, angle of refraction R is smaller than the angle of incidence I. But at the second refracting surface AC, angle of refraction E is larger than the angle of incidence, angle EFM or F. Bending of rays PE, EF and FS is of the same kind of bending that occurs in a glass slab. The net deviation in a rectangular glass slab is 0 and there is lateral shift. However, due to the peculiar shape of the prism, net deviation in passing through a prism is not 0 and the prism makes the emergent ray bend at an angle to the direction of the incident ray. This angle is called the angle of deviation. The new concept. D is angle HGS. It is the angle through which the incident ray is deviated as it passes through the prism. Now, the angle of deviation depends on the angle of incidence, the angle of the prism, and the nature of material of the prism, as it depends on the refractive index of the material. So we can finally conclude that while passing through a prism, a ray of light undergoes two refractions as it does in case of rectangular glass slab. However, due to peculiar shape of the prism, net deviation through prism is never 0, though the net deviation is 0 in case of rectangular glass slab. So in short, deviation suffered by a ray of light on passing through a prism is non-zero. So students, I hope you understood the topic of prism and refraction of light through a prism. So dear students, now today onwards you have to prepare only those topics which I am going to explain in my videos. That is the syllabus provided by the government. Thank you for listening.